Hi, my name is Rotana. According to the CDC, the average gamer is 35, overweight, depressed, and an introvert. People that play video games take up introvert behavior. According to the preliminary validation of new clinical tools for identifying problem video games playing by Daniel King, up to 13% of people that play are addicted. Video game addiction causes introverted behavior. First, I will be talking about the physical aspects of introverts. Secondly, I will talk about the social aspects of introverts. And finally, I will talk about the emotional aspects of introverted behavior of a video game addict. First, the physical aspects of video game addiction causes introverted behavior because of their unhealthy lifestyles. Dr. James B. Weaver from the CDC states that gamers have a high BMI, higher weight than non-gamers. They are linked to sedentary lifestyle or a couch potato lifestyle. This is because they do not get appropriate outdoors exercise, and their time was consumed by gaming that they do not have any other times for activities. Secondly, the social aspects of video game addiction causes introverted behavior when there is less interaction with real people. Video game addicts sacrifice real-world social activities to play the video games. A psychology journal published by Daylin Sun, Computer Games, A Double-Edged Sword, stated that many players are so involved into their games that they risk losing significant relationships, jobs, and education or career opportunities. Finally, the emotional aspects of video game addiction causes introverted behavior because of its negative effects. From one standpoint, the American Psychiatric Association, the APA, of Dr. Gregor R. Sazek of Hanover Medical School stated that players of violent video games have significantly higher feelings of aggression in their brain activity during both cognitive brain activity and resting periods. From aggression to depression, video game addicts also suffer from a greater risk of depression than non-players. In conclusion, I first spoke about the physical aspects of how video game addiction causes introverted behavior. Then I spoke about the social aspects of how video game addiction causes that behavior. And finally, I told you about the different emotional aspects of video game addicts. The physical, social, and emotional aspects of the video game addicts would cause him or her to be an introvert. A person that may be shy, concerned about their own thoughts and feelings, and does fewer social activities than normal.
All right, I did hear your claim, but I think you want to highlight it a little bit more because it gets buried in with the attention devices that you're using. The secondary points are laid out at the beginning, but when you state them in the preview, they're not really phrased as claims, they are really just signposts. On the other hand, when you get to the body of the speech, most of those secondary points are stated as claims, so that helps quite a bit, and you do a good job signposting them during the presentation. There's an adequate background explanation because of the two pieces of information that you used in the attention device so that we know generally what the inference is that you're making. You get most of your credibility as a consequence of citing authorities, and I thought that was fine. I thought that you did a good job citing authorities, providing qualifications for them. I didn't always hear the dates on the research, but I did hear the people that were being cited. There were some good statistics. Some of the information sounded a little bit conclusionary. The main problem that I have with the evidence is that you didn't have more than one piece of information for each supporting point, and you're asking us to accept these conclusions based on one expert's opinion, sometimes not based on any research that expert cites, but just on their authority, and I think that that's a little bit problematic. You could use an example to clarify the argument that's being made, and some statistical follow-up would be better. Most of your statistics were in the first point, and everything else that was occurring in the later part is just description of what the theory is without as much proof on it. We're just having to rely on the experts there. I think you do a nice job talking to the audience. We can hear you. You could look up a little bit more. Like I said, the big problem is that the amount of information seems kind of scanty. I'm not sure it's sufficient to be convincing. All right, and you had plenty of time, so there's more time for you to put information in. All right, thank you for starting us off.